Hey everybody, Steve here again, the Illinois Recording Studio. Well, I have another incredible drum that I'm brokering, and I'm always honored to be able to do this. Another original Billy Gladstone snare drum. We also have another one right now that I did a video on earlier, a prototype that Billy did. This one is a 7x14 black lacquer chrome hardware for a fellow by the name of Bill Laverick. And Bill is 88 years old, and I should say 88 years sprightly young, and bought this drum in 1956 directly from Billy. He was a student of Billy's. He was also a student at Juilliard. And this is the drum. He's kept it in immaculate condition over the years, and as you can see, there's 12 strands of gut on there, which is a classic setup for an orchestral snare drum. And Bill played this drum. He was also in the Marine Corps band for many years. So this is a superb instrument. Of course, it would have been calf heads back in '56 because you didn't get plastic till around '58, thereabouts. This particular one is exactly set up as the way Bill sent it to me. So there is an Evans Genera dry head on top, which is not what I normally would put on, but this is how Bill had it set up. And the Evans Genera dry has these little tiny pinholes and a slightly reinforced ring around the edge. Now again, with gut snares, this would be generally more focused toward an orchestral drum. And people go, oh, gee, you know, I wish I could play behind the drum set. Hey, I got news for you, okay? You can play this behind the drum set any day of the week, even just as it sits right now with 12 gut snares on it. Gut's really dry. It's a dry sound. But you're going to see what can be done even though there's just gut snares on it. And part of that is the genius of Billy's designs. He used the very thin Gretsch 3-ply shells. He also coated the interior of the drums with a with a black lacquer, just like the outside, and that produced a more pure sonic chamber. You know, by lacquering the interior, the sound goes directly from the top to the bottom without being absorbed into the wood anymore. Of course, it's got the three-way Gladstone tuning system where everything tunes from the top with a three-way key, which is right here. And I've done this tutorial before for people, but one of these little ends of the key locks onto the small knob on top and tunes the bottom head from the top of the drum. There's another one that locks simply onto this hex nut right here, and that tunes the top head. And then there's, once you've got the desired differences between the two, there's another part of the key that locks onto both of these simultaneously, which then raises and lowers the pitch without changing the difference between the top and bottom for tuning. Ingenious Billy Gladstone invention, as well as his internal muffling system, which is two pads inside the shell, and there's a little dial on the side of the strainer that brings that up to varying degrees. There's also a very interesting little device here. As you can see, these are gut snares. And right up in here, those gut snares each go up through each one of those individual little spots there. You've got a little hex tool here that can go then in there, and you can adjust and pull up each one of these snares separately. Plus, there's also a little dial here with these little holes around it, and adds a little bit more of a venting system for the drum. So they're amazing instruments. They're highly sought after. Billy only made a little over 50 drums, maybe right around 54, 55 drums. I've had the pleasure of brokering. I think this is now maybe the 15th drum, and we've sold many of these, and I'm always very thrilled to have them back in. So what I'm going to show you, I'm going to do a little bit of playing. This isn't really about the drum set and the cymbals. They're just here for added benefit, but this is about the snare drum, and we're going to play it again. I'm going to play it wide open, and then I'll dial up the tone control a little bit. But we got all gut on here, so we're going to do a little bit of what might be used in an orchestra with it, and also what might be used behind the drum set with it. So here we go.